It looks like we're live truth seekers. Thank you for tuning in. I see the first person's arrived. What's up, Martin? What's up, Anthony? We're going to get this thing going. So for all you people here who think Q's something, who think Donald Trump is the antidote to the New World Order, please stay tuned because I got some real news for you. Don't trust things that are anonymous, you little cue balls. Pay attention. We're going to talk about Donald Trump's emergency text alert today that's supposed to go out at 2:18 p.m. Eastern Time. 2:18, a number that's very specific to time, and a number that's very specific to Trump himself. In Gematria, Trump equals 218. Gematria is a practice of the New World Order. A New World Order that's very Jewish. Donald Trump, the first Jewish president, all of his children married into Jewish families. Let's go back in time to October 6, 1940, even before the time of Donald Trump, before he was born and bred to be for the Jewish New World Order. This is the New York Times. This is a real publication right here. New World Order pledged to Jews, October 6, 1940. Very specific date this happened on. Because again, the New World Order does everything by the numbers. October 6, 1940 was a date with 75 numerology, and the language of Gematria, New World Order, equals 75. The New World Order's main tactic for controlling the minds of the world is the tactic of order out of chaos. Create the problem, provide the solution. September 11th was a New World Order ritual. And don't ever forget the dancing Israelis from the very Jewish place Israel, who were arrested in New Jersey and sent back to Israel. And then they went on Israel's television and explained how they had foreknowledge that 9/11 was going to happen, and they were there to document it and celebrate. Our nice allies that we send millions of dollars to every day. Don't forget the word order in Gematria also sums to 75. Now there's a lot I'd like to talk about here, but we'll talk about this primarily, how the date October 6th, 10/6 like 106 connects to prophecy. And what this video is about is how we're living out a planned prophecy, a man-made prophecy of Jewish domination of the world. And the world is a chessboard to these people, and they have their pawns in places, such as this chump, the hero of Q. Here's Donald Trump talking to his Q supporters right here. We'll get to that. Anyhow, prophecy 106. The nation of Israel was recognized by the United Nations November 29th, 1947, a date with 106 numerology, and not coincidentally. It was all part of this planned prophecy. Again, the New World Order was pledged to the Jews 7 years before this. Keep in mind the word prophecy equals 666, kind of like how Donald Trump's Jewish son-in-law, Jared Kushner, hangs out at 666. The address, here we are in October, the 666 month. Today's October 3rd news, as we're going to get to, is synced up with the date August 11th, 2019. Now, I have a longer video on this New York Times thing, and please go back and watch it. I also have a book, Letters and Numbers. You can learn all about this. But what I want to talk about is Donald Trump, the agent that's in place. Over several decades, there was all sort of predictive programming for the Donald Trump presidency, even on sitcoms such as Suddenly Susan. You can look up this episode, May 8th, 1997. Nearly 20 years before Trump took office. This same episode has a magazine cover made in it with Donald Trump, our next president. And the thing that's huge here is that this episode came out May 8th, a date written 5/8 like 58. Donald Trump was the winner of the 58th U.S. presidential election. Don't overlook that he announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower. Don't overlook that he hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray for Inauguration Day, which fell on a date with 58 numerology. And in the language of Gematria, Freemasonry equals 58, so does Secret Society. And we're going to talk about how Donald Trump was in Jerusalem, which equals 58 for Jerusalem Day, and what that has to do with the date August 11th, 2019. If you have not read my book, there was just so much predictive programming for Trump to be the president of the United States because he is a New World Order Zionist Jewish puppet. And for all you cue balls, you really need to pull your head out of your ass. So here's Donald Trump talking to his sheep base, which, that's the Alex Jones crowd, the cue ball crowd. If you haven't seen this commercial, it's from 2009. Donald Trump talking to sheep, like Q supporters, on pillars. 11-9 on pillars. What a mocking. Dressed in the same suit and tie that he wore for election night. The exact same one. The exact suit and tie that he wore for election night, where it was 11-9, November 9th, the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, where Trump was announced as the 45th president-elect. And if you've seen this commercial from CERTA, Trump ends by talking to sheep number 9, and he says, "Looking good, number 9, looking good." The reason that's funny is if you add 1 through 9 together, it equals 45. Commercial filmed in 2009. And then this last sheep gets the final word, and he says, "Where is your dignity?" Which is a good question for anyone who would support a proud pussy grabber. Poor cue balls. And don't think this is some broadcast that supports the Democratic Party or Hillary Clinton. They're all a bunch of frauds, every last one of them. Only sheep can't see. So anyway, Donald Trump, being the good little Jew that he is, announced as the president on 11-9, talking to sheep on pillars 11-9. Notice the word orthodox equals 119, so does Star of David. Donald Trump wears a Star of David under his suit. No doubt about it. He's probably got one tattooed on his asshole. 11-9, you guys, pillars, September 11th, dancing Israelis. We're going to really put this together here. Donald Trump. The name Donald. I can't believe I forgot to put it up here. The name Donald equals 119. So does Ashkenazi Jews, who he works for. Now, if you flip 11 and 9 around, you get 9 and 11. 911. And Tisha B'Av, which is an important Jewish holy day, equals 911. And Tisha B'Av is to remember the destruction of both the temples, the two temples. The destruction of the two temples, 911. Does that remind you of the destruction of the two towers on 9/11, where the dancing Israelis from Israel had foreknowledge and were there videotaping and celebrating? Who we now pay for, on a daily basis. Tens of millions of dollars we send to Israel every day. So anyway, out of the Holy Bible comes this prophecy of the third temple. And I've been talking about this since before Donald Trump took office. How if Donald Trump became president, it would foreshadow the coming New World Order Jewish agenda of the third temple. Because the 45th presidency is a big deal. And the reason why is this. Again, this whole prophecy of the third temples from the Holy Bible. In Gematria, Holy Bible sums to 45 in 2 of our 4 base ciphers. If you're new here, the way these ciphers work, we'll start with the dark blue, which I'm highlighting on the screen. It's the alphabetic order. So H is the 8th letter. So H is worth 8. O is the 15th letter, but it's not worth 15. It's worth the numerology of 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. L's the 12th letter. It's not worth 12. It's worth the numerology of 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Y is the 25th letter. It's not worth 25. It's worth the numerology of 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. So we have 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 7, which is 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 3 more is 17, plus 7 more is 24. So holy is 24, right? Then we have Bible. B's the 2nd letter. B's 2. I's the 9th. I's 9. B's 2. L is 12, which breaks down to 3. E's 5. So 2 plus 9 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5. Which is 2 plus 9 is 11, plus 2 more is 13, plus 3 more is 16, plus 5 more is 21. 24 plus 21, 45. See how nice that is? Notice Holy Bible. 4 letters in Holy, 5 in Bible. 4 and 5. 9 letters total. You add 1 through 9, it equals 45. Looking good, number 9. Looking good. This alphabetic order right here, or this value, the lighter blue, that's the reverse alphabetic order. That's making Z1, counting back to A is 26, and then using the rules of numerology. Not many words are the same forwards and backwards, but Holy Bible is. So is Mike Pence, the VP, the Zionist supremacist, the vice president to number 45, Donald Trump. What other coincidence did we have? We had, Donald Trump announced as the 45th president-elect on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall 45. Did you notice it was the 27-year anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall? It was November 9th, 2016. Look at Ritual. Ritual 27, 27-year anniversary. Ritual 45. How nice. How nice. So let's come back up here. Let's look at the chump wearing his little, skull cap up there, like a good little Jew. Good little false Jew. Again, the Jews in the Bible are black, people of the world. Read your Bible. The Jews are black. They're not white. It says in the end the false Jews will rule. That's the Donald Trump clan, the Ashkenazi clan. This is how they roll, by the numbers. Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah. Trump has a book about his Jewish Kabbalah teacher. I forget which one it is, but he definitely has it. One of the smartest men he ever knew is Jewish Kabbalah teacher. Kabbalah has the core belief that God created the world by merging the letter with the number. That's how these people rule. That's how they roll. So anyway, this picture of Trump right here, you should know that this is from May 22nd, 2017. First he went to visit, Israel for Jerusalem Day, and then he went to the Vatican to visit the Pope by the numbers. He was with the Pope on that picture of him, and they all look like they're dressed for a funeral. Melania, Ivanka, the Pope. Pope has this weird facial expression. He visited the Pope on the 144th day of the year. Jesuit order equals 144. Trump went to the Jesuit school. Who runs the New World Order? The Zionists, the Jesuits, Israel, the Catholic Church, the Jewish bankers, the people Trump works for. Only sheep can't see, cue balls, etc. Alex Jones always going on rants about, so tired of the Israel rhetoric. Really? So tired of the Israel rhetoric. I guess Alex Jones forgot about the dancing Israelis, huh? It's not hard to see who pays these people. Alex Jones probably has a Star of David on his asshole, too. Anyway, from the day Trump was in his little Jewish cap visiting the Western Wall to the date we're looking at, August 11th, 2019, which is Tisha B'Av, to remember the destruction of the temples, which is connected to the coming third temple. Look how nice this is. From May 22nd, 2017, at the site of the Western Wall, let's look at the picture again. This site right here is where they're planning to build the third temple, you guys. This is the same place they're planning to build the third temple, okay? From this day to August 11th, the date that we've been talking about a million different ways, Tisha B'Av is 811 days later. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? 811 days on the nose? August 11th can be written 8/11. If you haven't been following my work on why we're looking out for August 11th, 2019, I've been putting out videos for more than a month now on why this date you need to circle. It's the date of the next 9/11. August 11th, 2019, and we're going to further establish why. Keep in mind, August 11th is not August 11th. Before we get to more on August 11th, I just got to go on a little tangent here. 811 is the 141st prime number, and San Francisco, California equals 141. Before I even realized that this ritual was in place, I said the two places I would not want to be in this world on August 11th, 2019 are at the site of the third temple, also Mecca, because it's during the time of the Hajj, the Muslim pilgrimage. The Jews hate, or the false Jews, I should always refer to them as the false Jews, because that's what they are. The false Jews hate the Muslims. August 11th falls during the time of the Muslim pilgrimage to Hajj, Mecca, Kaaba, the Cube. It's all Saturn worship. People of the religions, all the religions need to wake up. It's all Saturn worship. But anyway, all of this stuff comes together at that time. It's the Muslim day of sacrifice. It's the Hajj. It's Tisha B'Av. But the two places I've said I don't want to be are over there in the Middle East and San Francisco, California. And this is why San Francisco. The mayor of San Francisco is London Breed. She replaced the Asian guy, Ed, who was murdered by the numbers. And the whole thing was a sick numerical murder ritual. And they put in London Breed, who sounds like London Bridge, not by accident. And I couldn't believe when I saw how all this lined up. You have to understand the Jewish prophecy. The Jewish prophecy is the third temple will be built and the Jewish Messiah will arrive. Okay? This is the prophecy. So all of these things are connected. And the thing is, the Jewish Messiah will arrive through the Golden Gate. Now, when I say that, doesn't it just make you think of the Golden Gate Bridge? Look at this. London Breed, who sounds like London Bridge is falling down, was born August 11th, and she's going to turn 45 years old August 11th, 2019, the date we're already worried about. And understand, I was already saying, let's look out for this date before I even connected this piece about Trump and this woman. But this couldn't be any more perfect. Golden Gate equals 45 in our two reduction-based ciphers. The prophecy of the Jewish Messiah through the Golden Gate is biblical. She's going to turn 45 years old on this date. I just can't believe it. And don't forget that bridge equals 45 either. And these people love to destroy shit for their rituals. Order out of chaos. You know, to the Jewish bankers, they don't care if they blow up the World Trade Centers or a Golden Gate Bridge or a mosque or the Dome of the Rock. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be providing the loans to rebuild it. And they're going to make even more money. And they're going to tax the U.S. taxpayers and everybody else like they do. That's what they do. They don't care about us. If you have not read the Talmud, which Donald Trump carries around in his pocket, Jews are people and Goyim are animals. So like Donald Trump, this is what he thinks of his Q supporters. When he's talking to his Q fan base, he thinks of them just like this, the dumb little sheep. He's like, I can't believe these dumb little sheep worship me, but God, do I love it. It's good to be a Jew. And don't dare say any of this is anti-Semitic. I'm just saying what it says in their Talmud. This is what it's all about. Hold on, let me make sure I haven't been cut off yet. Stream health's not green, but hey, looks like we're still going. And thank you, YouTube. YouTube, very Jewish in itself, operating by the numbers. I'm just paying respect to you guys. Your Talmud says it all. You're the chosen ones, and we're just a bunch of dumb goyim who don't know nothing. Except for I figured out your gematria, and now you're all fucked. Anyway, 811, the 141st prime, San Francisco, California, where the Golden Gate Bridge is, where London Breed, I mean, what kind of fucking name is that anyway? London Breed. Look at her name, 5454, The Reflection. She was born in 74, and we should point out that London is where the whole plan was written for the Zionist nation of Israel. All part of this contrived prophecy. London 74, Masonic 74, English 74, Lucifer 74. Masonry is the pursuit of light. Lucifer's the light bringer. Jewish 74. Here's their Messiah, old Lucy. Jewish 74, Messiah 74. And they did create all the religions of the world, these same people, all for part of their control, New World Order agenda. Christianity is a Jewish, where's my word at? Christianity was created by these people to control the Goyim. So was Islam, and that's why they do everything in perfect rituals with all these religions and divide the people and piss them off and provoke them. But here it all is. You know, his name's not Jesus in the Bible. It's a Jewish creation, and they say Jesus was Jewish. But at least in the Bible, they point out that Jesus was black. Not that anyone's paying attention, all these pictures of white Jesus in the church. It's like, have you guys read your Bible? I mean, he's clearly black. He has hair of wool and black skin. Who's this white Jesus guy? Okay, anyway. We got to get back to August 11th and the day Trump put on his little Jewish cap and went to the wall. Check it out. Check it out. The good little Jew, Donald Trump. Why was he there May 22nd for Jerusalem Day? Look at this. May 22nd is the 142nd day of the year, leaving 223 days remaining. You see that? August 11th is the 223rd day of the year, leaving 142 days remaining. These dates are reflections of each other. Reflections. May 22nd, 2017 was also a date with 64 numerology. Israel equals 64. Zion equals 64. Thelema equals 64. That's the occult religion that the New World Order goes by. Their motto is do what thou wilt, which equals 64, which includes blow up the Dome of the Rock by the numbers for their contrived Jew World Order prophecy. Now check it out. August 11th. May 22nd, this 223 thing, this 142 thing. In Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, it says the false Jews will rule, and their name is the synagogue of Satan, which equals 223. Look at the word terrorist, 142. It's like how they told you the 9/11 attack lasted an hour and 42 minutes. If you write out 42, it sums to 142. If you write out Zionism, it equals 42. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice how it just all goes together so perfect? The Zionist conspiracy to blow up the Dome of the Rock, which is a well-known conspiracy. They even make TV shows about it, like Dig, as I've talked about. That TV show Dig lines up with the date August 11th, 2019 perfectly. How about this? Trump wearing his little Jew cap, touching the Western Wall where they're going to build the third temple on Jerusalem Day. Jerusalem Day equals 134. Tisha B'Av, 134. 9th of Av, 134. The 9th of Av is the English way of saying Tisha B'Av. They're the same thing. Tisha B'Av is the 9th day of Av. That's the Jewish month. And for all you little cue balls out there with your red mega hats, Make America Great Again, 134. What do you know? What do you know? Like a little good Jew, he has the perfect gematria phrase on his hat. Somehow you guys think the chump man born with a silver spoon in his mouth who doesn't give a fuck about you or anyone else, only grabbing the next woman's pussy, you think he's your hero. Chumps will be chumps. So anyway, Donald Trump, the winner of the 58th U.S. presidential election, who announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower. The tower decked out in gold, gold, the jewelry, even on his elevator. You guys ever look at that word, jewelry? Anyway, January 20th, 2017, he hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray for the 58th U.S. presidential inauguration, which even fell on a date with 58 numerology. Understand, they calculated all this stuff way back before they established this nation by the numbers on July 4th. They really did, because they have a planned prophecy, centuries in the making. Read Manly P. Hall. Manly P. Hall even acknowledges this, the Freemason who gave out some secrets. He said this nation was founded by the Order of the Phoenix, and they had a several century plan to bring about their new world order. So anyway, this is what it is. It's the Jewish world order. Masonry is Jewish. It's totally Jewish. That's why they got Star of Davids all over their temples. That's why it's all based in the Old Testament. Check it out. Third temple. What's going to be built? 58. Herod's temple. 58. That's the second temple that was destroyed, part of Tisha B'Av. Solomon's temple, 58. Jerusalem, 58. Freemasonry, 58. Secret Society, 58. How about the date? Oh, I did a typo here. It's supposed to say August 11, 2019, but 8 plus 11 plus 20 plus 19, 58. Isn't that a great day to just get it on with? You got your third temple lining up. You got your London Breed, Golden Gate Messiah ritual lining up. Isn't it all just a little bit much? Isn't it all just a little bit too perfect? And don't even forget all the other things we already covered about this date. This is just the latest information. Now, here's a real kicker. I find this to be really interesting. Again, 811 days from Trump's Western Wall visit to the day they're probably going to blow up the Dome of the Rock. 811 days later. 811, the 141st prime. We talked about how that connects to San Francisco, California. How about that spoiled little shit that's Trump's son? Baron Trump equals 141. And look at his birthday, March 20, 2006. That means he's going to have his bar mitzvah next year. He's going to turn 13 and have his little bar mitzvah. How many days is it from his bar mitzvah to August 11th? And understand, all these people are born and bred to be. Caesarean sections, planned rituals. This is the way kings and queens operate, you guys. And Donald Trump is a fucking king. He's not your cue ball leader. For all you little chump supporters. This is a big number here with the Jew hoo-hoos. 144. And it's the number that represents time. And, they probably have, little Baron Trump planned to be, who knows, the 58th president or some shit. They probably really do. Here, I'm going to bring back the ciphers here and show you something about this 144 thing. Dancing Israelis, 144. You see, they like that number. They like it a lot. You see? They like that number a lot. If you write out 44, it also sums to 144. The day Trump visited the Western Wall, May 22nd, 17, 5 plus 22 plus 17, that was a date with 44 numerology. Western Wall equals 44. Notice it's also 64. It was also a date with 64 numerology. 5 plus 22 plus 20 plus 17. Both paths. Again, Israel's 64. Zion's 64. Also 44. Notice both are 64 and 44. Let's not forget it. Netanyahu. See, Israel 64, 44. Netanyahu, that crazy fucking name. His name's 44. Oops. Netanyahu, there it is, 44. It's also 134, like Tisha B'Av and 9th of Av and Make America Great Again. And actually, that number's just huge around Donald Trump. Melania's 134. His mail order bride, you know who that is, right? Jared Kushner, 134. The guy that lives at 666. Take note, cue balls. I hope you're still tuned in. Hope you're still tuned in. Donald Trump. Million degrees of predictive programming for the presidency, movies, TV shows, Oprah. Did I not? Oh, yeah, even the WWE. Oh, my God. You guys know how Trump went on Oprah in 88? He went on Oprah in 88 to talk about the presidency. Trump equals 88. Jewish. Oh, shoot. My keyboard has been acting up. What? I don't understand here. Jewish is 88. You know, Trump, Jewish, 88. See how nice it is? But he went on Oprah to talk about his future presidency. Oprah, 58. Even Oprah Winfrey is 58. You see how it's all planned out? You think Oprah's against the New World Order? You think all the writers of all these TV shows are against the New World Order? If you do, you're a sheep. And again, we know that's who Trump exploits, is the sheep. Here he is talking to his base. Here he is. Do you guys remember this headline? 119 sheep, Israel. It's on my blog here. I'm going to pull it up. This happened right after Donald Trump was announced as the 45th president-elect. Less than a month later, we get this. Biblical sheep in Israel for first time in millennia. 119 Jacob sheep. 119. You know? And then all this mocking. All this mocking at the same time. Being sent over to the Americas, the 119 sheep from Israel. Because all of these things are little signs, symbols of what they got planned for us. You know? They keep talking about this red heifer. This is how we first figured out the date, August 11th, you guys. Red heifer. All of these headlines, look at this. The end is near, born in Israel, all this stuff up here is coding the number 202. Red heifer equals 202. The end is near, 202. End of the world, 202. Born in Israel in 200 years fulfills prophecy, 202. This is how we figured out August 11th originally. Because this year, July 21st, was Tisha B'Av in 2018. That's the 202nd day of the year. You see? Tisha B'Av even sums to 721. And I told people to watch this date this year. I said something special is going to happen. And then there ended up being false flags, which I told people to watch out for. Shootings, of course. LA, July 21st. Toronto, July 22nd. So predictable. Always shootings on the big Jewish holy days. But then we started reading more about the story, and they said the cow was born. Did I already pass it? Where's it? Must be down further. They said the cow was born. Hold on, where's it at? There's just so much information here. Hold on, there's so much information I can't find what I want to show you. They said that this cow was born September 4th. An all-red heifer was born at the Temple of Israel, on September 4th, fulfilling a biblical prophecy to reinstate purity to the world and rebuilding the Holy Temple. You see, that's the third temple. So, September 4th, red cow, which is also known as, equals 94. That's the red heifer. And the thing about September 4th is, thought I had it up here, it's the day that leaves 118 days left in the year I can just look it up again. It's not a big deal. Let's look it up one more time. September 4th. The day leaving 118 days left in the year. Like August 11th, like 11/8, like 811 days. From Trump visiting the wall where they want to build the temple to the day they're probably going to blow up Temple Mount. So, make sure we're still on. Okay, good. They haven't cut us off. They still haven't cut us off. Hope all the cue balls are here. The next thing to do, if you're watching this video, because I'm pretty much at the end of presenting for today, don't forget the Quran code equals 58, and it's all about the number 19, and chaos equals 19, and we're talking about August 11th in 2019. The next thing to do, if you haven't done so already, is subscribe here and go find the playlist. Let me show you how to navigate YouTube. I know a lot of you don't know how to navigate it at all, so you would search my channel if you're not subscribed, and then you would click on the channel, and then you would go to playlists. You see that? You click on the channel, you start on the home, and then you videos, playlist. Playlist is the one you want. And be sure to make sure you stay subscribed because YouTube's dumped over 1,000 subscribers from this channel in the last week, literally, which is something they've always done to me. I've had my channel deleted 20 times. Even when I keep it kosher. And this video is totally kosher. I haven't said anything wrong, you know what I mean? I'm just speaking facts. The chosen people, they think they can do whatever they want. We're just a bunch of goyim animal slaves. Here to have our temples blown up and be taxed and take it up the rear end. It's all in the Talmud, the great holy text that it is, you know. But here's what you do. You find this playlist right here. Warning Tisha B'Av. That's the one you want. And you can see there's all these videos up here. The Dig TV show, how it's synced up. The South Park Ginger Cow episode, how it points to August 11th. The Simpsons Apocalypse Cow, how it points to August 11th. Here, let's just do it. These are the names of these episodes that are about this very thing. This special Jewish cow and it creating this great, horrible thing in the world. Let's check out Ginger Cow and Apocalypse Cow because it's no accident. Ginger Cow. The 142, like how August 11th leaves 142 days left in the year. And then we got Apocalypse Cow. Apocalypse Cow. Hold on. Oh, I know what it is. It wasn't the title of Apocalypse Cow. It was the date it came out in history. Now I remember. There were interesting things in those numbers, but I was expecting something different. It's this right here. Apocalypse Cow. Here we go. This episode came out April 27th in 2008, which was a leap year, which is the 118th day of the year. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Like August 11th, 11/8. All predictive. Very much. And Temple Mount and Apocalypse Cow have the gematria, which is the target for August 11th. And don't forget the writer of The Simpsons, Matthew Abraham Groening, 223 gematria, like the synagogue of Satan. You know. Don't forget the actual election date for Trump was November 8th, also another date like 118. Don't forget The Simpsons has another cartoon about Ivanka running for president in 2028, the year she turns 47. Trump and Ivanka Trump, 47. Look at Lisa Simpson, who becomes the first female president on The Simpsons. The exact same gematria in all four base ciphers as Ivanka Trump. You know, look at the triple X on the jar here. Prophecy 666. Apocalypse Cow, part of this contrived prophecy. Prophecy 106. Matthew Abraham Groening, also 106. The guy who calls so many things correctly years in advance on his cartoon that's not really a cartoon. It's more of a mocking, you know, TV show about a bunch of dumb people. Not unlike America. America that just can't put two and two together. 9/11 blamed on Saudi Arabia and dancing Israelis. Aren't those the two nations that we give millions of dollars to every day? I know what the solution is. Let's go blow up the innocent people of Afghanistan and restore opium production. And then let's watch how the United States of America suddenly is saturated in opium and heroin and Jesus. I mean, you can't see what's going on in this world? Drink another brewski, right? Like Homer Simpson. Maybe if you were just a little more drunk, this would all make sense to you. So, there are other pieces. Again, check out the playlist. You know, I go deeper on the Muslim holy days that fall on August 11th, like the Day of Sacrifice and the Hajj. See what Gematrix.org did to me about August 11th. You know, we know who runs that website. Check out that video. Comical. They hate that I've exposed their plans yet again. Don't forget, YouTube deleted my channel last year because I told everybody to circle the date that became the shooting in Las Vegas. Told everybody that that was going to be the biggest false flag since 9/11, and it was. Don't ever forget this right here. New World Order pledge to Jews. That was thanks to Arthur Greenwood. You want to see what happened to Arthur Greenwood? Someday the same thing's going to happen to Donald Trump, because when you serve this gang, things never go in your favor. Look at old Arthur Greenwood. Arthur Greenwood got it at age 74. What do you know? But hold on, that's not all. The day he died, June 9th, 6/9. Date with 69 numerology as well. New World Order also 69. Remember how the article came out October 6, 1940? Greenwood 106. You know? Yeah, no. October 6th leaves 86 days left in the year. Arthur Greenwood, Arthur 86, Greenwood 106. He got 86 by the code. Someday London Breed's going to get it by the code. All these New World Order zealots are going to get it by the code. All you Q supporters, you're getting it by the code every day, right up your ass, and you don't even see it. Think Donald Trump's your hero. I don't know if I've ever heard anything more pathetic in my life. You know? All you Q balls, you're all upset about the trannies. Donald Trump's down with trannies. You haven't seen this? Him making out with Rudy Giuliani? Have they done that in your QD codes? What, you think Hillary Clinton's the big bad goon? Remember how her and Bill dressed up in purple for Donald Trump? Trump 88, purple 88. Just alphabetic order. So anyway, you know, if you haven't picked up the book, you owe it to yourself, especially if you're a Q ball. You know, you can waste the rest of your life with Q, getting led astray by anonymous fools behind the screen. And don't think I'm some anonymous fool. I put my face out there. Put my voice out there. The reason I didn't do it for this one is because the last few live streams have been really choppy with the camera on the screen. So I wanted this to be, you know, smooth. But yeah, this is the book right here. 773 pages, $5. It's not like a Donald Trump education scam where you learn nothing and end up in debt. This is more like you pay $5 and you get the education of a lifetime at the value of a lifetime. Come read the reviews. You know, no scams here. Just 5 stars, period. Before I go, since we came this far and they haven't cut us off yet, let's go out to the commenters. I'm taking questions from this point on. I'm taking questions right here. Somebody says the book is a 10 out of 10. That's it? Just a 10 out of 10? I think it's even better. Let's see. Appreciate all the love for the book. Trump is God, Trump 2024. I wish we lived in the Wild West and I could shoot you through my computer screen. One more for the fertilizer pile. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of predictive programming for the Golden Gate Bridge. Somebody says delete the video at the end to avoid a strike. I don't think this video is strike worthy. I talk to them the way they want to be talked about. They're the chosen ones. They're God's chosen people. They wrote the most holy book, the Talmud, which explains that we're all just a bunch of dumb animal goyim slaves. And, I just brought the facts. So, I am not a Seventh-day Adventist. I am not religious. Shoot, it jumped down again. Hey, don't forget, I got my radio show tonight, you guys. You know, TFRlive.com. TFRlive.com every Wednesday. I'm on the West Coast, so it starts at 6 p.m. out here. Check your time zone. If you're on the East Coast, that's 9 p.m. Free to listen to, free to call into. A lot of people repping the book. You guys, nobody's buying the book anymore. Ever since YouTube started squashing the views, I haven't had any views for over 2 weeks, and nobody's buying the book. Book sales, I've done as many book sales so far this week as I was doing. Actually, I've done less book sales up to this point through this week than I was averaging per day before they put me in full-on squash mode the last 2 weeks. I need you guys to step it up and support the book. People saying raise the price. I see a lot of comments about raising the price. Who will win the Yankee game? Well, you should be on my Patreon, Jeff. You should be on my Patreon. I'm not putting out picks for free anymore. I'm trying to take this movement somewhere. You guys know with me, it's not about the money, never has been, but I need resources to make something happen, you know. I said in 2013, I plan to speak out for free for the next 5 years, and I did. You know what? Those 5 years are up, so are my savings. Not enough has happened. I got to change the ball game. So now I need resources to make things happen. I want to go to Israel with the megaphone and let them know who the boss is. I'm not afraid of those you-know-whats. I'm not afraid at all. I'll go there with the megaphone and let it be known. Trump equals 218. Spell it out in caps, Joe Schmo. Write Trump in all caps and look at it in Francis Bacon. All caps, like a big trumpet horn. Remember, trumpets, like the trumpets from Revelation, the warning, where it talks about the synagogue of Satan. You got to write Trump in all caps like it's screaming out of the trumpet. Trump! You know? That's how it is. I'm buying the book today. I see a lot of people writing that. I better see some book sales than today. It's like when I used to drive for Uber. People would get out and they'd be like, man, you're the best Uber driver ever. I learned, dude, this is the dopest Uber ever. I'm going to tip you so fat. And then it's like 2 days go by and I still don't have a tip from these people. Why are you telling me you're going to tip me and not leaving a tip? Talking's for chumps. How do we defeat these witches? Like what I'm doing right here. What do you mean, how do we defeat these witches? We all show up at the Dome of the Rock with our hands locked. You know what I mean? Say, you're not blowing it up today. We probably can't do that. They probably already planted the bombs in there, but you know what I'm saying. Somebody says, can I get a shout out to Derek? Yeah, you can. Derek's going to be on my radio show tonight. He asked if you could come on. I know Derek's been getting pretty irritable lately. Hey, you guys, speaking of which, you know how Prince, the musician, whose death I predicted before it happened, you know how he went on the Tavis Smiley show and he said that they're spraying the skies to fuck with people's behavior? I'm sure if you guys saw the videos I put out this morning, I seemed pretty irritable and angry. Well, I didn't even look outside before I made those videos. When I went outside, the whole fucking sky was nothing but spray. It's the worst spray day I've seen here since I moved here. They don't spray this place because it's a smaller town like they do Seattle and bigger cities. I live up here in the Pacific Northwest. They spray the shit out of Portland, which I don't get. They spray Portland even more than Seattle, and way less people live there. I can't figure that one out. Must be some sort of weird experiment. They can't put fluoride in the water, so they got to spray the shit out of their sky or something like that. It's got to be it. But, God, when I went outside, I was like, man, it just made me think of Prince. I was like, no wonder I'm so fucking angry and hostile today. This air. What's in this air? Got me ants. And don't be thinking out there that you like my rants, so maybe they should spray the sky some more. That ain't right. I just got the alert on my phone a few minutes ago. Oh, shit! I skipped the part about how it's synced up with August 11th. My bad, you guys. I almost forgot this whole goddamn point of the video. People who follow me know that I'm the master of saying something at the beginning of the video, like, I'm at the end of the video, we're going to talk about this. Then everybody's like, hey, where the hell was that part of the video? It's not that I mean to do that to you guys. It's just that I do everything off the cuff, so I forget. But check this out. From today, the day of Needle Dick's presidential alert, to August 11th, 2019. Oops, I didn't mean to do the full span. I just wanted this. Well, you know what? Okay. Let's do the full span for a second, because now that I'm actually thinking about this, I'm noticing even more interesting things. So, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but you see how that's 313 days? That's the 65th prime number. That's the 65th 65th prime. I'm going to go to number properties and just show you how this works on Gematria. Type in a number, it'll tell you. Prime, yes, it's the 65th. So that number is really important to this whole thing with the temple. The Knights Templar supposedly ransacked the temple at the end of the Crusades and stole the Kabbalah code and brought it back to the Catholic Church. And in our most important of the 4 base ciphers, Knights Templar equals 65. So the Knights Templar are completely connected to this prophecy of the temple, okay? And the thing about the Knights Templar is you have to be a Christian to be in the Knights Templar. And Christianity equals 65 in that same cipher, and not accidentally. You know, consider 65 has master numerology, 6 plus 5 is 11, like Jesus in that same cipher. When you add 1 through 11, it equals 66, like how Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible, the return of Jesus. You know, we're talking about August 11th. What's Dome of the Rock equal? Remember this? Jesus, I'm hitting the wrong buttons today. Dome of the Rock. Oh, shit. Dome of the Rock, 66. You see that? You add 1 through 11. If you click on 66, I'll tell you, it's the 11th triangular number. That means if you add 1 through 11 equals 66. Notice the 138, too. Because, I mean, this whole thing is synced up with Donald Trump. Got to spell his actual name. Well, it's not even his actual name, really. Donald Trump 138. If you don't know, the Trump family, when they came to America, they were the... Oh, my God. What keys am I hitting? It's like my fingers got fatter. Let's see. Drumpf. That was the name of their family. 33. See the 78 and 84? Trump went to the Jesuit school. The Catholic Church is actually who changed the biblical history and made the Dome of the Rock the important contested site. I'm sure it's all part of their contrived plan of prophecy, but because we all know who runs the Catholic Church. But okay, off this whole 313 tangent thing, from today to the date is 44 weeks and 4 days later, right? 44 weeks and 4 days. 444. 4 fours, okay? Why does that matter? Let me set this calculator up the right way for this lesson. So, with the alphabetic order, any word that sums to 74, such as Jewish 74, such as Masonic 74, such as killing 74, you know, all of this stuff. English 74, Gematria 74, London 74. Don't forget London breed. Any word that sums to 74, if you do the Sumerian cipher, it'll sum to 444. Because it's just 74 times 6. It's just math. So, you know, I just want you to think about all this. The prophecy is the third temple will be built and the Jewish Messiah will come, right? And we know who the Jewish Messiah is. It's this person. Who's this person? Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much him. And no, I mean, look at this. This is the night of the rigged election. Look who's up there. Mike Pence, Zionist warrior, and Bar Mitzvah boy, whose Bar Mitzvah is perfectly synced up with the date of August 11th. It's just like, holy shit, you know? I should look at Jared Kushner's birthday. Hold on, let me just go back out to the chat. Are you guys following how this all works out? To get super chat, I looked into this because I didn't even know what super chat was, but the last time I did a live stream, everybody was writing get super chat, and I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But then I looked it up, and it's you have to be monetized. So I have to monetize the channel to do this super chat thing. You guys want to watch some Zionist commercials? You want to buy some more Chevy trucks? Watch some more shitty movies? How come there's no cue balls in my chat? I thought they'd all be here glued to it. Isn't this just the greatest QD code in the history of Q? How do we move forward? You guys, you move forward by speaking truth and finding your cojones in your pants. And if you're not, oh man, you know, you find your metaphorical cojones. And then you go out and you do something about it, you know? Marty says, why are there 422 people watching and only 83 thumbs up? But he's just joshing you guys because he knows how it is. You have to like my video 10 times before the fucking thing sticks, and then you come back the next day and it's gone. What do you think is going to happen on August 11th? Well, you must have just showed up here. I think we're all going to eat cake and ice cream. Surprise. Everything you do is by the numbers 2, Zach. It's King James speaking from the grave. Hey, King James was a Freemason and a Rosicrucian. Freemasonry equals 58, Rosicrucian 58, both dead at 58. I don't know who this person is that you're talking about. Stephen Deshawn? Is that mustard? Organic side needs more study. Have you read my book? I mean, I give you a pretty nice taste of the organic side in my book. But all this shit that we're talking about is not organic. This is some straight up contrived evil Kabbalah. However you say that evil side of Kabbalah, it's like Kulipoth. I always forget how to say that word, but it equals 666. Yep, the phone alert went off at 2:18. Check out Zenith of the Alpha. Zenith of the Alpha has been breaking down Trump time in 2:18 for more than a year before this was even announced. Zenith of the Alpha been calling into my radio show since 2015 saying, Zach, you got to get to the bottom of this 2:18. There's something going on with the 2:18, man. And God, is he ever right? Remember, death equals 2:18. This is synced up with that date that's just like screaming death. They got plans. Alyssa Hubbard. I love that I finally have a follower that has the same last name as me. Can you speak more about the Jesuit order's birthday? That's when my friend died in a car accident. You know, Alyssa, there's a woman who reached out to me a few years ago, and her brother played for the Seattle Seahawks. His death's in my book. Her name's Mary. She's called in the radio show a few times, and her brother was murdered at age 46 on the Jesuit order's birthday. Catholic 46, 46 books from the Catholic Old Testament, religion 46, sacrifice 46. The Jesuits are killers, and I don't know about your friend. You know, there is an organic side to this, perhaps because these people are so evil and they put their energy in the world. I don't know. Maybe it generates unnecessary deaths. I don't know. People die in car accidents. My sister, when she was a child, I was just a baby. My sister's a lot older than me. When I was a child, she was real about going to church and Sunday school and all that. And her best friend from church, he was killed in a car accident. And then just days later, my sister was riding her bicycle, I guess on the side of the street, and the city bus was close to the curb, and the big mirror from the side of the bus smashed my sister in the back of the head, and she was found on the road unconscious, bleeding all over. I mean, she could have even died. And I'm just saying, you know, that I don't think either of those incidents were people murdered, but they were like two things that came back to back at the same time in history, and, you know, two tragedies, and I don't know. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Let me see. The chat. I hate when the chat jumps down. I don't know how to stop that, so then I miss your guys' comments that I'm trying to answer. It's good to see there's so many people active in the chat, but okay, I think I'm back to where we were. Somebody pointed out that Don Drumpf equals 666. That's interesting. DD 44 as well. Tyler Clayton says, monetize your channel already. I just hate commercials. I would feel honest. I'd feel guilty if there were commercials on my channel. You know, I've expressed that for a long time. Thank you, Victoria, for spreading the word. I hope they don't mind my potty mouth, which I've been pretty good about on my new channels. There's so much, I don't know, I'm just so aggressive today. Today I'm letting the F-bombs fly a little bit. Let's see. Oh, here, see, Joseph says, please don't curse. Your info and knowledge is great and does not need the vulgar. I know you guys feel that way. I have little old ladies write me all the time saying, Zach, I can't watch your videos when you're cussing. But honestly, I'm not making videos for little old ladies. I mean, I'm making them for all people, but who I'm really making them for is the people who can get up and do something. Like, I don't see my boy, Ultimate Warrior, in the chat. What's his name? Unknown Warrior, that's his name. I love when that guy leaves a comment. He's all testosterone. I need that guy to show up with me in Israel. I feel like him and I, we can do something. And I actually need like 100 more people just like him. No more payments are coming through. We're shutting it down today. Let's see. Uh-oh. Got Bible questions is not liking the language either. Do you guys understand that our whole whole world, oh my God, my tongue's getting twisted. Our whole language is literally a spell. And, you know, this whole cursing thing, I just think some of you guys really get caught up in the wrong things. To me, cursing's to express emotion and feeling and frustration, and sometimes you can only express that with, you know, a little cursing here and there. When will Hillary die? I don't know. She's probably going to live longer than all of us. I don't think Bill has too much longer, though. Yeah, there's geometry patterns with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You see my blog. That's just another way for them to steal your money. I see my boy Ezra in the chat. He's into that cryptocurrency, but I'm telling you, Ezra, you're falling for two very Zionist psyops. Cryptocurrency and the flat earth, my man. I'm speaking to you right now. But I still love you, because you're right about everything else and you're a good supporter. But I don't know why you can't see through that flat earth psyop straight out of Zion, Illinois. Pretty much the most Zionist neighborhood in the United States outside of New York, outside of Brooklyn, New York, 223, like the Synagogue of Satan. Chicago divided into 77 neighborhoods like Judaism and Zionist. Let's see. Feast of Trumpets, October 11th. Well, there's a good observation, Marty, as always. Goyim Defense League, absolutely. Jehovah's Witnesses, they believe 66 people created the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. That's not an accident. Why don't you type in Jehovah? 33, write out 33, 66. All this religion's controlled, all of it. Do I know about the Draconians? Well, I heard about it, but I can't say I know. I can't speak from experience. I heard about it. Just like Anunnaki, I can't say that I know, but I read about it. Drink ayahuasca. Well, responsibly. Yeah, hallucinogenic drugs are what a lot of Americans honestly do need. They need it in a responsible dosage and an educated dosage. It really can break the mind control. Magic mushrooms in the right dose. Psilocybin has a lot of medical benefits. Psilocybin can cure so many anxieties in just taking it one time. All of a sudden you can lose your phobia, your fear that you've had your whole life. You don't want to overdo it though. Only in moderation. Got to do it with somebody who knows. Am I paying off a 19 karmic debt? Nope. I used to, when I was a child, my mom would, we were poor growing up, and my mom cleaned houses, and in the summer, I didn't get summer break like other kids, but I got to play at night when we got home from work, but I always had to go clean with my mom. That started when I was age 6. I broke a lot of mirrors cleaning by accident, so, you know, if that whole thing about breaking mirrors in 7 years each time, I'm still paying that off, I guarantee you. I broke a lot of mirrors by accident. Small mirrors, big mirrors. Cleaning can be dangerous. Let's see. Brandon D knows the 666 Kabbalah word. Thanks for loving the videos. Well, again, all these people are writing about Super Chat. I got to monetize the channel. I mean, can you guys just buy the book? If all 20,000 of you bought the book, I'd be good. You know, I'd have enough money to go over to Israel and build a mega horn. I could just live on it. Broadcast my videos. I'll build like one of those. I'm just envisioning it now. Right outside Temple Mount, I'll build like a lifeguard chair. I'll be sitting up like 10 feet above everybody. I'll have my live stream, my mega horn. August 11th. You know? Yeah, I agree. The contrived market crash is coming. Donald Trump, House of Cards. Don't forget. Oh! If you were here earlier, we were talking about 134. Hold on. House of. I didn't mean to write in caps, but it doesn't matter. House of Cards 134. Like Make America Great Again, like the Trump card. Like how the president Francis Underwood in that TV show during the time Trump's running has the same name gematria as this guy. What a coincidence. House of Cards, that's our economy. Can you look into my company called Quick Trip? I don't know what you mean. When you guys ask me questions, you got to be more specific. I mean, what am I supposed to look into? Who's the CEO when you got established? Why can't you do it? I'm teaching you guys how to fish, you know? You guys can do this. Derek built the Gematrinator. Just think about how I had to do it. I want you guys to think about this. I had to figure all this shit out on my own, and I had to do it all with a pen and paper when I started. That's how I did everything. I did everything by hand. Now you have this website where you can literally cheat and type in all ciphers, which I don't recommend doing, and you can write out a word one time, and you have every single calculation. I used to have to do every calculation by hand. Just think about it. That's how I got good at gematria, though. I learned to do it in my head. Writing it down made me remember the numbers. I don't know what Animal Crossing is. I don't know what that is. Sounds like where the Talmud dumpers want us to hang out. What's going to replace the economy? Nothing's going to replace the economy. They want to move us to a one world currency, though. I mean, they'll still be their fake contrived economy. It'll just be in an even greater controlled system. It'll probably all be electronic, so the IRS can tax you every day. If you're self-employed, you won't be able to do quarterly taxes anymore. You'll probably have to do daily taxes with a penalty. You know. You know. It's a Nintendo game. Miss G is bored. I'm bored too. That's why I'm trying to get enough people amped up so we can do something. I'm tired of reporting the same stuff every day. I seen a guy make $3,000 in Super Chat for an hour-and-a-half show. Really? You can see... Okay. Maybe you guys are just going to have to sit through some commercials. I don't want to do that to you guys, though. Still, if you guys would just buy the damn book, sign up for the Patreon page, then I don't have to participate in their commercial stuff. Somebody says, won't crypto be one world currency? It sure will be. That'll be their one world electronic currency. KT cleans a lot, used to take her son cleaning with me. There you go. He's going to grow up to be a gematria genius, too. I hope you clean with the organic chemicals. That's the one thing my mom did right. We never used like any of that crap from the store. Don't use Lysol in your house, you guys. Lysol is one of the most toxic things in the world. Water, vinegar cleans most things. And there are organic cleaners out there. Like my mom, she always used this company called Shaklee. Shaklee. Their stuff's kind of expensive, but it's all non-toxic. They don't have a single product that's toxic. I mean, you can like literally drink their cleaner, and their cleaners are awesome too. I mean, I don't recommend drinking their cleaner, but I'm just saying you could, and it wouldn't hurt you. But their stuff works really well too. But it's a little pricey. It's kind of interesting to think that as broke as we were, my mom was dishing out on the more expensive cleaners. You know, instead of spending like $2 for a bottle of Windex or whatever it was, she'd spend $10 for the equivalent for some Shaklee crap. But she'd probably be dead, honestly. I mean, she's been cleaning since she was a late teenager, and she sadly is still cleaning houses. She actually just reminded me when I turned 35. She said, Zach, when you were a kid, you said by the time you were 35, you'd have me retired. And I said, I know, but then I started truth speaking, and I didn't make any money for 5 years, you know. So anyway. Yeah, and then everything got stolen, and yeah. Somebody wants to know the gematria of a cuss words. Well, let's do the F word. F-U-C-K sums to 41, just like F-U-N. I love that one. What do adults do for fun? Do a little 41. 41 fun. It even rhymes. We need a gematria rapper. Who wants to step up and be the gematria rapper? That's what all the kids listen to, right? Let's do a gematria symposium in Vegas. Sounds like a good place to do it. Tom McNamara says this is the first time he's heard me curse. Well, he wasn't here for the 21st channels, dude. A lot of people have heard me cuss a lot. A lot of people have been saying, how come you're so clean now, Zach? I got a real potty mouth there, Tom. I've been keeping it real kosher on channel number 20. I lost where I was in the chat, you guys. I have a bunch of crap I need to do before the radio show starts. So I need to wrap this up. How much of the profits do you get from the t-shirts? Oh, Alyssa, I don't really make any money off those t-shirts, but I'm glad you bought them anyway. Because it helps get the word out. And honestly, getting the word out is even more important than me getting money. So I make almost nothing off the merchandise store, but the merchandise is just to help raise awareness. And for all of you asking me to make my own t-shirts and sell them directly, that's a nice idea, but I already don't have enough time in the day. Imagine if I was having to run to the post office to send everybody their t-shirts. Good night to the research. Somebody says I should do live videos more often. I have been lately, but what I hate about these live videos is just wait until it's over, and then supposedly you can go watch it. You're going to have to wait like 4 hours until it gives you the whole video, and then it might even cut out important parts, as it's been doing. So we'll see what's left of this broadcast when I finish. Where can I get your first boon on Revelation? Boon? I don't know what that means. Boon? Book? Oh, book. Search my blog. Search Revelation and the Birth of a Nation. It's there. They will let me in Israel. I'm going to get what do you call it? A yarmulke? I might get a yarmulke and a wig. They'll let me in. Plus, as you guys know, I do look a little bit Jewish. I'll never forget something. I was in my mid-20s and I was playing softball at this park, and after the game I was sitting behind the fence, and this guy came up to me. It was some stranger. He just walked up to me and he said, "Hey, I was watching you play ball. You're pretty good." I said, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "Are you Jewish?" And I said, "Well, I'm definitely not raised Jewish." I said, "My dad doesn't know who his dad is, and it's possible that his dad's Jewish." And he goes, "Oh yeah, you're Jewish." He goes, "You look Jewish." And he goes, I was watching how you move around out there. You kind of even move like you're Jewish. And I was like, "What?" I never heard anybody tell me I move like I'm Jewish. But then he started talking about how Jewish people are good ball players, and he started talking about Sandy Koufax. And anyway, the point is, a lot of you think I'm Jewish. I definitely wasn't raised Jewish. Maybe genetically I am. It's a maybe. I'm going to do one of those DNA tests one of these days and see what I can find out. I hope it doesn't say anything I don't want to know, but yeah, my dad doesn't know who his dad is, so a quarter of me is a big mystery. My mom's Norwegian and German. My dad's mother's mostly native. And 1/4, we don't know. A lot of you are saying you bought the book. Really appreciate it. I guess I'm seeing a lot of the same comments that I saw up above earlier. Is it just repeating now? What's the gematria of Holocaust? Okay, here's one to never forget with Holocaust. Holocaust. So if you go to the gematria calculator and you put in Holocaust, in that dark blue cipher, it'll show that Holocaust equals 33, which we know what's special about that number. By the way, do any of you guys have your TV on today? Because every channel I turn to is advertising the show The Connors, and it's voices in the background, and this one girl's going, "I'm the baby, I'm 33 years old, it's good to be the baby at 33. The name Connor equals 33, by the way, and don't forget Roseanne Barr's a Jew who's moving to Israel. Anyway, Holocaust equals 33 when you do the reduction cipher, but Holocaust has an S in it, right? And if there's an S in a word that's reduction, you can add 9 more for each S, because S is the 19th letter, and numerology 19's 1 plus 9 is 10, and then one more time, 1 plus 0 is 1. It's the only letter you have to reduce 2 times. So S can be 10 or 1. And if you make S 10, Holocaust is 42, and in history, the Holocaust began in 42. World War equals 42, war equals 42, history equals 42, Zionism 42, Freemason 42. Freemasonry and Zionism are one and the same thing. You know? So the most important number for Holocaust is 42 because that's the year it began. Oh, I wasn't dressed as Bob Marley. What's funny is I didn't even dress up. She's talking about this. Can you guys read what I hope you guys can read what I'm looking at. Otherwise, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? But this, her comments from when I was teaching. It was Halloween, and I don't dress up for Halloween, but I did have long hair back then, and this one student said, hey, if you put on this red bandana thing, and I think she gave me like a little scarf to tie around my neck, she's like, you'll look like Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean. So anyway, I ended up putting the red thing on my head and had the little scarf thing around my neck, but that's what it was. But those were back in the days of long hair. Let's see. Yeah, that is true. Out here on the West Coast, we did get the text at 11:18, which is kind of like that 118 date that it's synced up with. And it's also an 11. It's like, if you're out in the Pacific Ocean, it would have been at 10:18, which is also like 1182. Yeah, C.K. Nelson's right about the 42 stolen identity, exactly. 42 laws of Ma'at. The first law is, thou shalt not sin. Sin 42, Savior 42, 42 generations to the very black Jesus Christ. It is all about the stolen identity and the mockery by the numbers. Alyssa Hubbard says, what is Patreon? Well, you got to spell it with an E instead of an I. Patreon. It's where I'm putting out mostly sports content right now. Sports content's demanding a lot of my time, and the reason I like to focus on the sports is because it wakes up the manpower, which is who I really need to wake up. I love all you female supporters, but honestly, what needs to be done is a man's war. I'm sure there's women out there that want to fight, but yeah, I'm a little bit misogynistic. I love the ladies, but I mean, it's the men that need to get off their asses and fight. The women, they need to support the men. You guys want me to tell you something personal? I hate when when I'm playing basketball at a gym and a woman wants to play on the court. I mean, there's women who can ball, but it's like, I don't want to play against a woman. I don't want to have to guard you. I don't want to have to, like, it's just so weird, you know? It's like, am I supposed to play defense on you? Because I feel like I'm groping you. Yeah, I'm a little bit misogynistic. I feel like some things is just supposed to be for the dudes. You know, women can ball out with the other ladies. Let's see. You guys love this Zach makes Jewish moves thing. Yeah, a guy really said that to me one time. I was like, what the is this guy talking about? Can I make FanDuel lineups for Sports Patreon? You know, Charles, I mean, there's only so many hours in a day, and I just try to do as much as I possibly can, but that is something I can work on in the future. I feel like what I'm showing you guys and how ritualistic, and when I give you guys the date numerology and you see how often the players with the jersey numbers correspond with the dates, I feel like you guys can make those decisions yourself. It's like, come on. Don't just wait for me to pick. Use the knowledge. It's not that hard to use. Peter Clinton says, what's your name, Equal Man? Read my book. You know, I just did a video on my name the other day, and I've done videos on my name before. Read the book. Well, the callers are going to be on my show tonight, and Derek's coming on as a guest. We got to listen to Derek's really crazy decodes. I got to be honest, Derek's decodes are too crazy for me often. I'm like, Derek, don't you understand you're losing people with these crazy decodes? Some of you guys love it, and I think it's good that Derek does what he does. I mean, he's bringing something different to the table, but I think he makes things too complicated. It's really not that complicated. Somebody just bought the book. Thank you. Thank you. Your name's hard to pronounce. MP. Can I call you MP? Thank you so much. I think it's Minguita. Apologies if I said it wrong. I used to love when I was in elementary school and we'd have a substitute teacher and they'd say, Zach, is Zach here? I was like, is it? Okay, who's teaching me today? Zach, for real? Have you ever met a Zach in your life? Zach. Say something about Elon Musk. Fake wooting? I don't even know what fake wooting is, but I mean, I got videos on Elon Musk all day. Oh, and I forgot to answer how much the Patreon is. It's $5 for the sports. It's $11 for the top tier. And you guys know what I'm going to start doing? It starts next Tuesday. I need to make a video announcing this. Tuesday night, for people who are signed up at the $11 tier on my Patreon, I'm going to call it Gematria Education Night. We're going to do it every Tuesday night for at least 2 hours. What we're going to do is I'm going to teach you something about Gematria, and then we're just going to practice breaking down things, and then I should be able to read the chat like this, so I'll be taking requests too for things you guys want to look at, because I want you guys to be able to do this yourself, which I feel like you should be able to do, but I'm here to give a little tutoring and help. So from now on, Tuesday nights, 2 hours, Gematria School for people signed up on the Patreon. That's going to be the $11 tier. I got to give those people something special. Every Tuesday night, 2 hours of Gematria teaching at least. And I'll go overtime if things are hitting or there's a lot to talk about. I see somebody saying, why waste time on these rigged scripted Zionist fake games? I agree in terms of watching the games, but if you're asking why I invest time in decoding the games and exposing them, it's to, again, spread the word, so. Yeah, Tyler Clayton says that Derek and Dan are both really smart, but need to focus more on their decodes, and they are both really smart. I think they're both definitely smarter than me, no doubt about it. I know they're both smarter than me, honestly, but I also know that I'm better at presenting this work than them, and that's what they could work on, so. Let's see. Somebody says they want to work for the FBI. Does that make them a bad person? You do whatever you want there. Thank you. You're welcome. You just jump down. Ever get a snow chia? Snow chia. We'll never forget it. What's worse, Snow Chia or Mason Wells, who survived the Boston Marathon bombing, the nightclub shooting? First of all, can you even imagine a Mormon missionary at a dance nightclub concert? Mason Wells just survived the Boston Marathon bombing, the nightclub shooting in France, and the Brussels, Belgium bombing on March 22nd. And for that one, they put out the image of him all wrapped up like a mummy. Mason Wells, the good Mormon missionary. Mason. Mormonism, all masonry. Zach, I put many names in the Gematria, and when you scroll down, all of them come out. I'm sorry. I don't know. Is it a glitch? Sounds like a glitch. They shouldn't all come out the same. What would be the most beneficial place to get the book for you? Well, there's only one place to get it, Janet. Etsy. E is in elephant, T as in Tommy, S as in Sarah, Y as in your mama. Etsy.com. Etsy.com. What other words start with Y? Your mama doesn't sound good, but you know that letter. What's up with the alert? You guys, I did a couple videos on the alert. Actually, I think I did 3 or 4 videos on the alert. It's all synced up. It's all a big ritual. And it's all synced up with August 11th, 2019 too. When this is done, come back in like 3-4 hours. The full video will hopefully be up and you can watch. So, thanks for saying the book's awesome. Took a long time to make it awesome. Somebody said I need to tutor Tony. I've been trying to tutor Tony for so long, he just won't listen. Poor Tony. At least he keeps coming back. You can't knock Tony down. He'll be wrong all day. He'll be back tomorrow. Sometimes it seems like Tony likes being wrong. Sometimes I wonder if people are paying Tony to be wrong so much. Tony came out of nowhere with all of his wrong predictions telling everybody I was wrong. And and from that day up to the present, he's been wrong and I've been right. So Tony doesn't seem like he wants to learn. Tony just guaranteed the Cubs were going to win the World Series. I just told everybody they were going to get knocked out last night, as they did. Poor Tony. Tony told everybody I was an idiot last year for saying the Astros were going to beat the Dodgers. He called me, his teacher, an idiot. Well, the Astros did beat the Dodgers. Poor Tony. What's weird about Tony and I is we went to the same university. I'll tell you what, most of the students where I went are more like Tony, not the sharpest tools in the shed. Okay, I gotta wrap this up, you guys. Get the book, Etsy.com, Letters and Numbers. Just go to Etsy.com, search Letters and Numbers. It's that bright green cover. It's the one, my shop name's called Free to Find Truth. That's my original blog name. Somebody bought the book 2 times. Thank you for doing that. What's a better way to, if you're trying to support me, what's a better way than to buy the book 2 times is to just buy it 1 time and then just make a donation through my PayPal link, which is in the description of every video. Because when you donate through PayPal, it doesn't take any of your money. When you buy the book through Etsy, a part of it goes to Etsy. So it's okay, though. I mean, don't feel bad that you bought it 2 times. I really appreciate it. And I guess at the same time that by buying it 2 times, it helps boost that sales number, which is also really important. So, hey, maybe if you want to buy it 2 times, that is worth the extra cost. Because if I can get that number up, it's going to make publishers more likely to publish the book. A lot of people saying they just bought a copy. I appreciate it. Okay. I got to go, you guys. Before I go, I'm going to ask you a question. Would you like me to do a live stream reading from the book, or would that be so boring? Should I read the book on a live stream? One person says 2 yes, 3 yes, 4 yes. The 4 first yeses were, 5 of the 6 first were all women. The women want me to read the book. All right, I'll do a live stream reading the book in the near future. I'm going to wrap it up. I got stuff to do. Oh my God, I've been on here for 1 hour and 22 minutes. I didn't even know that. That's way too long. It was nice chatting with you guys. Hopefully they don't strike this video because it was just so kosher, wasn't it? It was so Talmud. Stick around, cue balls. You might learn something. Until next time.